Parenting is a process that prepares your child for independence. As your child grows and develops, there are many things you can do to help your child. So to talk on right kind of parenting and different styles, we have with us Mr. Bruce Hoffman. Bruce is a retired educator with more than 45 years of experience in both public and private education. He is married to an Indonesian beauty and has a son with her, Blaze. Bruce believes he has been most fortunate to teach at administrator schools in USA, India, Indonesia, and many more. He has taught students from preschools through undergraduate college. His primary focus in his later years was classroom instruction and the interplay between teacher and student. He is certified to instruct teachers in the Florida Performance Management System. He has a long list of his successful career, starting from school principals to director at various locations across the globe. Currently, he is a member of a school parent committee in Colorado and advises the administration and school board on school issues in US. Welcome, Bruce, on behalf of the Shri Ram Universal School, Ludhiana. And I'm grateful that you could spare out some time for us and we could empower our parents and our viewers for a right kind of parenting. Thank you so much for being a part.
Well, I'm complimented by the request.
Thank you so much. So my first question to you is, we believe in a fact that as parents, we are doing our best for our children. So what, according to you, is the right kind of parenting that is important for the growth, the right growth of our children?
Well, that's a very broad question, right? You're talking about how children learn from birth to 18, maybe, or even later. So let me share with you some of the thoughts I've learned or ideas and behaviors I've learned through education, observing teachers, working with teachers and students, in my life. And the first thing I would recommend is all parents, if you're a new parent especially, read books about parenting. Dr. Spock's got books out there. There are books in every language in India about parenting. We're all going to listen to our mother-in-laws and parents and everybody else, but children are changing and cultures are changing. Certainly India has changed. So read up and be aware, listen to your school teachers, your guidance people who provide. Yes, you have religion and you have culture. I will not get into those too deeply, but don't be hamstrung and don't let your children be hamstrung by religion and culture. Secondly, I think it's play. Play is primary for all children, and let them play with a wide variety of opportunities.
Correct.
If we're talking from young children growing up, listen to the young children. If a child says, "I can do it myself, Dad," let them do it. Let them make mistakes that don't harm them. And Maria Montessori kind of put it in a way that I thought was best. Never help a child at a task at which he or she can succeed. Let them do it themselves. I think opportunities are important for children. And as children try different things as they grow up, observe them and talk to them about their choices. Simplify discipline, by the way. Don't get angry. Try to keep your emotions out of it. I'm a parent of a 9-year-old, so I'm still in touch with children at that age and younger. And I'm going to get whacked with teenage in a few short years. But simplify discipline, make it clear, consequences, and then follow through. I find it important to teach children about an inner voice. Listen to that voice from the very youngest years, because that's where conscience comes in and develops. children want to learn and they need to learn from inside. We guide them, we tell them what's good and bad, but they gotta hear that themselves. So I made in my administration of schools, which goes over about 20 years, a basic rule, which is one word in English: respect. All children that came into kindergarten in my schools, I interviewed them and I checked, do you know respect? And if it was in Hindi or Malayalam or Tamil or Indonesian or whatever language the child spoke. And one of the things that I really learned as a teacher and a teacher trainer that's important, that we know how to praise children. We know how to praise them appropriately. I have been a preschool teacher. I'm not very good at that, but I totally respect preschool teachers as being the heroes of the education world. They deal with children who are coming from different families, perhaps culturally the same, perhaps not, sometimes speaking different languages, sometimes not, but their discipline procedures at home are often very different. So a teacher has to be able to handle those differences. Have your praise be sincere. That's one thing kids are very good at. They can tell if you really mean something or if you're bullshitting. Excuse the expression. If you're not sincere. Be low key. You don't have to let the whole world know that a child does something good. Tell them privately, hey, I like how you opened that door for the lady. That was great. And be authentic. Be yourself. Be humorous if you want. But let the child know that you notice something that's really specific. Synthesizing, bringing ideas together. Organizing. My son is a terrible organizer. He is all over the place with his ideas, which are very creative. But it's having to remind him to pick up every night. Teaching kids to compare and contrast. Very high order, very important for kids to learn that skill. And of course, all of these skills lead to problem solving. And problem solving is what we need kids to be able to do throughout school, throughout life. We all need to be able to apply the skills that we learn in school. Encourage individuality. I know I'm sounding like an American, and I'm probably fighting against cultures.
No, that's completely fine. More or less, we all are parents, so it's all interrelated.
Is parenting easy? I don't find it particularly easy, but I find it rewarding. I owe a lot of that to being a teacher. Thank you for this opportunity. I hope I haven't bored you all too much.
It's beautiful to hear you like this. And I would like to ask you, being a mother of a teenager, so how to, teach him to handle peer pressure? Because I've observed my son, getting carried away with the thoughts of his friends, getting influenced by them. So what should I do? How should I teach him to handle peer pressure? I have stopped reacting and I respond more. I try to understand and then I respond. But as a mother, it is difficult for me to sometimes teach him how to do that.
But do you relax?
I relax.
Do you have there's so much written about this. If you know how to relax, share it with your son. I have ways. My wife loves to work in the garden. She absolutely loves it. Wintertime, it's all inside. You see that?
Oh.
That's how she relaxes. And she's a preschool teacher.
Okay.
And she comes home tired every night. Very, very tired. Goes to bed at 8:30. So you're going to be tired. So you got to learn how to relax.
That's correct.
Your son needs to find ways to relax. How does he relax? I'm not a psychologist, but as a teacher, that's what I go to the things you like to do. Are you a stamp collector?
He's
Do you like to
a
listen to
writer.
music?
He's an avid reader and he's a writer. He's a reader. He's a very good reader. So he relaxes when he reads.
Then encourage the writing part, because that's a key indicator. What's he going to do for college?
So he's thought of doing AutoCAD engineering as of now.
Oh, well, there you go.
But the
I mean,
plan
if
changed.
he's in college, that's a different ballgame than CBSE schools.
No, he would
So,
move to Germany for AutoCAD engineering, but that's the plan right now. Things would change. He's just 14.
all I can do is say, help him relax,
Yeah, that's good.
especially at college age. I mean, find a girlfriend. I mean,
You never
I
know.
mean, are you going to arrange your son's marriage?
No, not at all. We are nobody to
Okay.
decide anybody's life partners.
Well, that's good. That means he's got opportunities ahead of him.
Okay, so Bruce, we have one parent of our school, and the parent had asked me to ask a question to you. And the question is, should I reward my child with money to teach its value?
The idea of earning money. So whatever she's doing is the child earning something. Is it a better grade by doing more homework or whatever? Fine. Give a reward. Set it ahead of time. That's okay. To me, it's a matter of earning. My son earns 25 cents to dry mop the steps to upstairs.
Oh,
And when we go golfing, I like to golf, I'll pay him $5 to caddy. And now it's going up to $7. He's earning it. He's having fun, but he's earning it. So that's what I would say to that matter.
correct. Okay.
She has to decide that. I can't decide that for her.
So your son would be able to, value the money because the child is earning it by doing something, correct?
Yes, and he's got a wallet and he brings it out. He's still 9, just turned 9. And he wants to count it.
Okay, so Bruce, it was lovely having you. Any closing statement to our parents?
Well, I wish you good fortune.
Thank you so much, Bruce. Thank you so much for sparing our time.